Hello friends, welcome to another Tumbler tutorial. It's Lemon Week on my channel. If you watched my last video, you know we did a little bit of a lemony colorful design, and in this tutorial we're going full on yellow, lemons, bright and happy vibes. We're going to start out with glittering our tumbler. So I've got a 30-ounce skinny straight tumbler here, and I'm going to apply my glitter using the Crystalac glitter glue. So I'm just going to brush on a thin layer of that glitter glue all over my tumbler, and then we'll go in with our glitter. I wanted to use a really super sparkly iridescent white glitter as the background for my tumbler design, so I decided to take Ermahgerd from Peachy Olive Glitters. It's a really, like I said, super sparkly, iridescent, fine cut glitter, and it's going to be the perfect backdrop for everything we're going to put on top of it. You can use any sparkly white glitter that you have. I guess it doesn't even have to be sparkly, but what's the point of glitter if it doesn't sparkle? So anyway, any white glitter will totally work for this design. Just use whatever you have. Once the glitter glue was dry, I did seal it with another coat of the glitter glue mixed with water. That's my favorite way to seal my glitter. So after sealing the glitter, I added 3 coats of epoxy to my tumbler. Of course, I'm using the Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Fast Cure epoxy, and each of my coats was about 25-ish milliliters. Now, the reason I did 3 coats is because I want a completely smooth and shiny tumbler for all of the decals that we're going to add on. We're going to use some semi-transparent vinyl and some semi-transparent little elements, both from BAMF Custom Creations, and you do not want to put these on a sanded surface. So I did 2 coats of epoxy, then did a little bit of light sanding after the second coat, and then did a 3rd coat to shine everything up again and make sure that everything is totally smooth. So now we're ready for the semi-transparent elements. I'm going to start with this super cute yellow plaid pattern. Like I said, this is from BAMF Custom Creations, and the name of the pattern is Positively Plaid. It's kind of like a cute little watercolory kind of gingham look. So I'm going to cut this in half, and you can see here that I'm following kind of the natural lines of the pattern. I want this to look as seamless as possible. I don't want it to look like I just cut a harsh straight line in the middle of the vinyl and then we just have this like weird line. So I tried to make it look like it was intentional and then it was that way the whole time, if that makes sense. So once I've got that cut in half, I'm going to wrap it around the bottom half of my tumbler, and I'm going to do that the same way that I always do when I do vinyl wraps. If you watch my channel frequently, you know the process by now. It's the same every single time. So starting off with a piece of blue painter's tape, I'm going to wrap the vinyl around my tumbler where I want it to be, trying to keep everything as straight and as lined up as possible. Once I've got everything where I want it, I'm going to take that piece of blue tape and I'm going to secure one end of my vinyl down to my tumbler to hold it in place as I apply it. And then I'll release a little bit of the backing and then use my hands to push the vinyl onto the tumbler. Now, when I'm using just regular like opaque printed vinyl, I'll use my vinyl squeegee to push the vinyl on, but because I'm using semi-transparent vinyl on a glittered and epoxied tumbler, I feel like it's easier to get in there and just use my hands to really push down where I need to, kind of like with varied pressure based on where I am in the process, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just wrap this vinyl around the tumbler. Don't forget to remove your tape when you get around to the end again. And then I'm going to cut off the excess vinyl, of course, with a non-traditional straight line. And what I'm going to try to do here is cut into my vinyl a little bit at the seam to make this look as seamless as I can. You can see I did not wrap my vinyl around perfectly straight. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is just go through all of these areas that are kind of mismatched, and I'll just cut into them and try to make those lines look a little bit more seamless and less like I just didn't line my vinyl up the right way. Now that we've got our plaid pattern on our tumbler, we can move into our lemon elements. So this is an element sheet also from BAMF Custom Creations. This is a Paint Between Dreams design. So I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to cut each of them out individually, and then I'm just going to place them all over the tumbler. Now what we're going to do is do this in 2 separate rounds. I'm going to do a few of them now, and then I'm going to do a few of them again after I add a coat of epoxy to the tumbler. There's no reason for doing that. I just started to put them on before epoxy and then thought, Whoops, I probably should have put epoxy over this to make sure I have a totally smooth surface and that everything is the same level of glossy, but that's okay. Everything worked out just fine, but I would recommend putting your plaid vinyl on, then doing a super thin coat of epoxy, and then going in and adding your lemon decal. Because then you don't have to worry about any of the lines from your vinyl underneath showing through those lemon decals. You don't have to worry about the matte finished vinyl with your glossy finished glitter on top. You don't have to worry about any of that. So just do a coat of epoxy and then move into your lemon decals and everything will be fine. All right, so after those few little lemon elements were on the tumbler, I went out and did another coat of epoxy. Now into that epoxy, I mixed a little bit of special edition Flurries into my epoxy, so I've got a slight glittery sparkle over everything. You definitely don't have to do that, but I was using that for another cup that I'm working on and I had leftover, so I just decided to roll with it. So now that I have a completely smooth surface, we can put these remaining lemon decals anywhere we want. We can put them all over the tumbler because we don't have to worry about any vinyl seams or lines or anything like that. So I'm going to continue on with this lemon element sheet, and I think I used everything except for one lemon sticker, so I would recommend just getting one sheet for each tumbler like this that you want to make, if you're going to recreate this same design, of course. So I'm just going to fill up the tumbler with as many lemons as I can get on there, and then we will move on to the next step. Now that all of our lemons are applied, we can add our main decal. Now this is an image that I have had for a really long time, so I will try and find where I got it. If I can, I'll link it down below for you. But I just did a print and cut on my Silhouette Cameo, and I'm going to just place it on the tumbler. I'm trying to find the smoothest area to put this down because, again, it's the same thing. I don't want to show any of the lines from the stickers that we just put down underneath our decal, so I might have to move some things around to make sure that we have a nice big smooth spot for our main decal to go. Of course, as you're placing your decals, if you want to put your main decal down first and then kind of place your lemons around it, you absolutely can, but I was kind of torn on what decal I wanted to do on this tumbler, so I didn't know until right before I put it on. Basically, I was between a couple design options, so that's why I didn't do mine first, but you absolutely can if you want to. So once we've got our main decal on, we can add our final 2 coats of epoxy. It literally is easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is such a simple tumbler design, but I think it turned out so darn cute and it's so perfect for summer. I'm really into yellow lately and I've been having so much fun using yellow in my tumbler design. So anyway, I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, you know the drill. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my new videos. All right, that's all I have for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye. Hello friends, thanks so much for watching this video. I want to say a huge special thank you to my elite fam, my channel members, and my subscribers. You all make this channel possible, so thank you so much for being part of the fam. If you want more exclusive content from me, you can join my elite fam at patreon.com/elitefam. You can find my tumblers and digital files on my website, madebymalstudio.com. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at madebymal_studio. Here's another video for you to check out, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.